This is the elementary algebra video for multiplying and dividing variables. Our first example is of multiplying variables, and it asks what is the product of this expression. Now, what we need to remember when we're multiplying variables, we add the exponents. We add the exponents of the like variables. So in this case, the first thing though we need to do is to multiply the coefficients out in front, the 3 times the -2, which gives us -6. Next, we'll multiply the x terms, and that's x to the first times x to the third. And if we're adding exponents, we get x to the fourth. Next, we'll take a look at the y variable, y squared times y cubed. We add the exponents, we get y to the fifth. So our answer is -6 x to the fourth, y to the fifth. Now let's take a look at dividing with variables. We're asked to evaluate this expression. In this case, the first thing we really want to do is we really don't like to work with negative exponents if we don't have to. So let's rewrite this with positive exponents. So we have the numerator of x to the third y squared times z. Now let's clean up that exponent of x to the -2 in the denominator. And to fix that, we just bring that x squared up to the numerator. And all of that is divided by z cubed. Now let's go ahead and clean up the numerator, and we're basically multiplying the x's like we did in the previous problem. When we multiply variables, we add the exponents, so x to the third times x squared is x to the fifth, and continue to write out y squared. Now, to work with our z's, when we're dividing with variables, we're going to subtract the exponents. So since the larger exponent was in the denominator, we said 3 minus the understood 1 on the z that was in the numerator. So that leaves us z squared. So the answer is x to the fifth y squared divided by z squared. Here's the test yourself problem. Pause the video here and try to work this problem. You should have gotten D, 27x to the fifth times y. When we evaluate this expression, it's a combination of variables raised to an exponent, and we also have some division. So let's first take care of the numerator, and let's raise everything to the third power. So 3 to the third is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So don't forget that coefficient. When we raise a variable to an exponent, we multiply. So we'll have x to the 2 times 3, or to the 6th power. And then y to the first is just 1 times 3, which is y to the third. We want to divide that through by our denominator, x times y squared. Now remember, when we divide exponents, we subtract. So we're left with our 27 x to the fifth y.